chaos. And also, welcome to my bedroom. Normally I do this kind of thing out in the living room, but my kids are all up there playing computer games and stuff and making lots of noise. So I just thought I would sit in here for a little bit and do some market prep. So I have a market on Saturday. Today is Thursday. I work tomorrow, so I wasn't gonna have as much time to do this kind of stuff. So today I want to try to get like my bin of stuff all loaded up that I'm taking to the market. Um, this is gonna be my first market where I'm bringing crochet items. Not my first market, period. I've been doing markets for a few years now, which is lots of various different things. Um, this particular market is one that just sets up real locally, local farmers market, and they do it the first Saturday of every month in my little town. I live in a really small town. And it's free to set up, so it's real nice for me, real convenient. It's close. It only takes me about 5 minutes to drive over there. So I try to attend this one as often as I can. I haven't made as many sales at this one as I have at some of the bigger ones where I like pay vendor fees and have to drive a little further. But since it doesn't cost me anything to set up, to me it's still worth it if I'm not like signed up for another market somewhere else just to go to this one. So I'm gonna get my bin of stuff and go through it and try to organize and pack everything that I'm gonna need for the market. I also got some they're actually like storage shelves, like the wire ones that come in squares as you like hook together. I got some to store my yarn in, and then I thought these would make really good like grid walls too, and not nearly as expensive as actual grid walls that are marked as grid walls online. So I bought an extra box, and I'm going to try and put that together into some sort of like grid wall shape and see if I can make that work, and what I might need to bring to like hang things from it. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. I may have volume on for some of it. I may just have it like sped up with music, but we'll see. All right, so I went and got all my stuff that I need. I'm gonna start with this bin, I think. This bin is actually gonna be probably what I carry most of the stuff to the market in right now. It's like chock full of different yarns, all the stuff I've been making plushies with, just so I could kind of keep it all in one place. So I'm gonna have to temporarily remove all of this. These need to go up on the organization rack, but I have to finish putting that together the way I like it. I actually had a video started of that, so I will be creating a video of me setting up and storing away all of my yarns and stuffing. I like to keep it in smaller bags, a little bit in smaller bags, so that when I go to work, I can just grab a little bag, and I have a little backpack that I can keep a little bit of yarn in, and so when I have downtime, I can work on a few things. So this is all, the big ones are the Big Twist Cuddle yarn from Joann's. This is Adorable. This is what I have left of the color Angel. Used up a lot of it. And then the rest of this is all this Just Chenille yarn from the Dollar Tree. I have it in these 4 colors. This is all I found so far. None of my Dollar Trees have carried any other colors than these, but I just have been grabbing these and doing what I can with them. Eventually I'm going to get to where I just order the big cones from the website, I think. So, we're just going to move all that out of the way. Set that right down there right now. So this basket is all the actual dolls that I have made so far, which, looking at it, does not seem like much. But this particular market that I'm going to on Saturday is, like I said, it's one that happens the first Saturday of every month. And I only just started like crocheting things for it like a week ago. So this is basically what I have done in the past week. And I'm still working on a few more things. I'll see how much I can get done between now and then. The market that I really want to have like a lot of stock for is happening in 2 months. So I've got 2 months to really build up. But so far I have a couple of these little heart-shaped bunnies in different colors. I actually don't know what colorway this is. This was a scrap ball that I had from a baby blanket I made years ago, and it was just sitting in my stash, and it was like there was like just enough of it left to make this little guy, and half of a scrunchie, which I then finished off with the blush, no, Pinkaboo Adorable yarn is what that is. So I got those two. I also have one of those that is a cat in here somewhere down at the bottom. There. This one, a little bit smaller. It's still a number 6 chunky yarn, but it's like the Lion Brand Wool Ease yarn. So it's more of a slick feel than the soft, squishy plush feel. Again, this was just scratch that I had in my stash. So this is the one and only one that will be in this, because I won't be getting this yarn anymore. Then I have a bunch of scrunchies in different colors. I haven't made any in the peach color yet, but I've got black and I've got the blue, and I have this one that was out of the leftover scrap yarn. These I think I'm just gonna sell for like $1. There's hardly any yarn in them. They don't take very much time to do. Maybe $2. I don't know. We'll see. But that was just like to kind of use up tail ends of yarn and stuff, and just to have like a lower priced item on the table, because people don't always want to spend the big money, because like these would be I think $15 a piece. This is going to be 8, something like this size. It'll be 8. This is 8, my little cheeky guy. This is another $15 one. This bee is actually 2 different yarns. This is the Big Twist Cuddle yarn in gold, and then the black stripes are the Just Chenille yarn. So they're not quite exactly the same weight, like they're listed as the same weight, but you can kind of tell at the transition that it's a little bit wonky. And also the chenille yarn is not as stiff, I guess, as the Big Twist yarn, so it doesn't, I don't know, it just kind of makes the shape, like it makes like it accordion out or whatever. It's a little weird, so I won't be mixing yarns again like I did for this one, but he's not too bad. He's okay. And then I've made up several of these little floppy guys. I've got a bear. I have a monkey. See his little tail. A lion. He's one of my favorites. I think he's very cute. I got a couple of frogs. This frog I didn't put a mouth on because I just kind of liked him without the mouth. And then this one I did put a mouth on, but I'm not 100% sure I like it. But maybe somebody else will like it better with the mouth, so that's why I have it like both ways. But I just like these little guys with like the floppy legs. I used a pattern that I found on Ribbler for free called, I hope I don't get this wrong, I think it's called the Flipsy Frog. But I made some adjustments to it. So it's not exactly that pattern. I kind of altered it and did things on my own. And then just using the basic concept of the body for this frog, I made all of the other animals and came up with all of the other pieces that make them different animals. I'm going to put all these, my alterations and my concepts to make all these different animals. I'm going to create a pattern for those. I've been writing it out. I just have to get it onto the computer so that people can download it. So you'll be able to make these as well if you like. Let's see, what else do I have? I have one whale that I made into a killer whale. And I think he turned out really cute. I like him a lot. And this was a free pattern I found online of a no-sew whale. I'll find the link and put it in the description. Let's see. Oh, there's another scrunchie. And then I have some keychains, little heart-shaped keychains. I didn't do a whole lot of these, but with Valentine's coming up, I wanted to do some things that are like really Valentine-centric. So I've got, and all of this is just from yarn that was in my stash. So all of these are like one-offs. Once they're gone, they're gone. That's all there is of these. And I made one super tiny one out of the cotton embroidery thread. And it's really cute, and I really like it. But it was so difficult to work with this embroidery thread and the tiny hook that I don't know if I'll make another, because it was kind of a headache to make this little guy. So keychains, I think these will go for maybe $8. This one maybe $5 because it's really small. Even though the difficulty level was higher, I just don't think people are going to look at like a big old chunky thing for $8 and be okay spending $8 on this also. So, you know, I want it to sell. So I'm going to, you know, try to price it to sell. And then the biggest one I haven't, this is the only really big plush I've made. She is $40 because she's huge. And she took basically an entire skein, except for what was left over to make this little heart guy, an entire skein of the Adore Ball yarn in Pinkaboo. And I'm calling her Sweet Peony. This came from a pattern that I purchased. I think I found it on Etsy. I'll link it in the description as well. So if you want to make one of these, I think she's super cute. I really like her, especially like her big round feet. So she's my favorite. I don't know if I almost wouldn't mind if she didn't sell, because then I'd get to keep her. But I can always make another one. Okay, so this basket is gonna stay the completed crochet items basket, I guess. So I'm gonna put all this stuff back in here. And I'll be making a lot more spring related little guys like this chicken and some rabbits, and thinking I might make some like spring bouquet type things, because that market that I'm gearing up for is in March. So that'll be a good time for all the Easter-y kind of spring stuff.
Can I play Minecraft?
I don't care. Sorry about that. You know, that's why I call it chaos. Kids just in and out, just all the time. Okay, so that's going down in the bucket. Maybe I should wait and put that on top, because there's other things. So the other things coming with me is all of this stuff. Oh my goodness, this is heavy. Yeah, these should definitely go on the bottom because they're heavy. These are soaps. I've been making soap for a long time. I have lots of different colors. You can probably kind of see through the plastic. I'm not going to pull it all out, but different colors, different patterns, different scents, lots of different soaps, all homemade, handmade stuff. I counted it all up the other day, and I priced them at $8 a bar. And at that price, I have $656 worth of product in soap. This is also more soap. A lot of these are like salt soaps, so they're in like fun shapes, like these little flowers. And I have little, I call these fairy houses. I don't know if you can kind of see. They're like little, tiny little houses. So I call these fairy houses. So this has, I sell maybe a bar or two of this every time. So I just keep bringing it, and eventually it'll sell out. And then I have, and see, this is the kind of thing I was selling before I started doing a lot of the crochet stuff. This is a set of wood coasters for Valentine's Day. I'm not going to be doing as much of this stuff, but I had already had these made, so these will be coming with me. What do you want? This is why we call it chaos. So, then the other thing I have in here are the car freshies. which you can see are those aroma beads that you melt into a shape, and then you hang it from your car visor. You can put them in your house and stuff too, but it just like, it smells really nice. So I have a little basket of those that I've been making off and on. Okay, so actually that may just have to travel separate because it's not gonna fit. Okay, so that's the majority of the product I have. I'm also gonna have some livestock type items because I do run a homestead. I have a farm kind of thing going on, so I have baby rabbits that I'll be selling. So I'll need to go out there and get them arranged into their little travel cages this afternoon, and quail eggs for hatching. I would have liked to have had baby quail to actually sell at this market, but I had an issue with my incubator with my last hatch. The sensor stopped working, and my whole batch of eggs got overheated, and I lost the whole batch. It was like 50 eggs. So frustrating, so frustrating. So I had to restart with a different incubator, backup incubator. It's a much smaller one that only holds, how many eggs have I got in there? I think I've only got 12 eggs in there. That's like the most it'll hold. Or 15 maybe, but yeah, just not very many until I can get a replacement sensor on my big incubator. So I've been just collecting the eggs in the cartons, and so I have a few cartons set aside, so those will be going with me as well. We have a lot of farmers around this area, and you know, with the way things have been going in the grocery stores lately, a lot of people are looking into trying to get a way to provide themselves eggs and stuff rather than paying for them in the stores. So I'm glad I'm able to provide that for people. Let's see, what else will I bring? I think that's basically it product wise. So I just need to go through my other tubs now and make sure I have everything I need as far as basic supplies, like bags for people to take, their purchases home in. And I usually keep a clipboard with some paper on it so I can take notes of stuff if I need to. A roll of masking tape. I take zip ties. Usually have a little box of like just little zip ties, some scissors, a spool of twine in case I need to tie things up. So yeah, so I'll start to locate that stuff and make sure that's in here, and then I guess I'll work on this grid thing next and see what I can do with that. So this is my box of like random little stuff. This has got business cards in it. I've got some leftover stuff in here from like Christmas markets. They have chalk markers. I was looking for those. Okay, I got chalk markers so I can write on tags. I have these little things that I made on my Cricut, and they're kind of cute. This is something for your gas hole, and it's a gift card holder. And I just, it's just cardstock. I just kind of threw it together real quick, but they're cute. So I'll have those out on the table just as an add-on kind of thing. I have these little chalkboard signs that clip on with clothespins that I can write prices on or whatever. But lately, I have not been putting my prices on things at the table. People then come up and look, and then they ask about it, and I can talk to them about it. So then I just tell them what the prices are. What do you need now, buddy? Okay. Sorry about that. It's just impossible to do anything around here, really, without being continually interrupted. So I have some leftover Christmas tags in there. I guess they'll just live in this box. It'll be fine. Got baby wipes. I need to get another package. These are almost empty. I have these little clips. You can just get these at the Dollar Tree. They're like chip clips, but I use them to hold my tablecloths on my table. because I just use bed sheets. So like I'll wrap the bed sheet around the leg and then use the clip to just hold the fabric together on the other side of the leg, and it keeps it from blowing away. And like I said, some twine. I have like several cut pieces of twine in here, and then I've got a roll of twine. And my masking tape, which is almost out, so I need to get another roll of that as well. So this is just kind of like my handy things box. I think I took the zip ties out to the barn, and I need to go and find those and make sure that they go in this box. So that's gonna sit right there. Okay, what else have I got? My clipboard. I have something to write on if I need to. I have this bin, and I have this set up. I have been using this as like a riser, just like that, on my table, and I've been putting my soaps on it. But I have like a little stair step stand now that I've been putting soaps on, so I might use this for something else. We'll just set it in there. And I might come up with something else to do with that. Paper lunch sacks. This is for like if they just get a few small things, or they just get a couple of bars of soap or something, I can just give them like a little sack to carry stuff in. Otherwise I use like the plastic bags you get from grocery stores. I keep all of those, so I just take a handful of them and reuse them. I might eventually one day look into getting like just solid colored plastic bags to take to shows and things, but at the farmer's market, I think, you know, nobody really cares. And honestly, I don't know if I want to contribute to plastic mess. So these are my tablecloths. Like I said, they're just sheets. They're twin bed sheets. I like black. It shows off the products a little bit better. It makes them look a little higher end. So those are going to go down in here. Just like that, okay? I have this apron with pockets. My mom gave me this. She actually used it for her craft shows and stuff. Yeah, my family has been doing craft shows for a while. And it's nice to have the pockets, but the straps are like this slick kind of nylon material. I mean, the whole thing is like a slick nylon material, but the straps in particular won't stay tied. And so the belt is always falling off of me. So I probably just won't take it this time. My last market, I actually wore a scrub top because it was a Christmas market, and I have several Christmas scrub tops. And those of course have big pockets, so I may do that again. I've got a Valentine's one as well, so I may just do the Valentine's scrub top with the big pockets. Let's set that aside for now. The bin itself, I'll take it. I may need it just to like hold things. I think I can keep my little grocery sack things in or whatever. It's getting kind of, it was just a Dollar Tree bin, so it's kind of had a little bit of wear and tear. It's looking a little rough. I'm dragging it back and forth to all these markets. Okay, so that's that, and then this will fit right in here, just like that. Okay, so that's pretty nice. So that's that. I mean, it's gonna be heavy. Yeah, it's heavy, but that gives me all my stuff just in one bin, which I like. I like having everything in one place. So that would be very handy for me. And I do park at this market in particular. I park exactly where I'm going to set up everything. So I just like pull in frontward, and then I can open up the hatch in my van and pull all my stuff out and just set it up right there. So besides this, like for outdoor stuff, I have 2 tables that are, I think they're 4 feet tables. They're the ones that like fold in half. So I have 2 of those that I just set up side by side, so it looks like one big 8-foot long table. And then I have a tent canopy situation that I set up so I don't get sunburned, because as you can tell, I get sunburned really easily. And then I have now this that I'm going to try to turn into a grid wall. I have a little stair step tiered shelf that I'm gonna put up to display things on, and I have a small pegboard like this big that's gonna hold the keychains and things. Oh, and I have more keychains that I didn't show you because they're not dry yet. I made little bees like this big. They're so cute. And I glued felt eyes on, but the felt eyes for them are so small that I didn't want to try to make it with my Cricut because that just gets frustrating. So I just glued the black eyes on and then used fabric paint to mark the little actual design on the eyes. So they're still drying. And I may make some more of those because they're really easy. It takes me like 5 minutes to make one. They're super quick. Okay, so that's it for this bin. I don't think I can really conceivably fit any more in this bin, and most of the other stuff is in its own box or case or whatever, like the big tent and everything. So we'll set this aside, and then tomorrow I should be able to load everything up in the back of the van. So just gonna move that aside for right now. So next I want to work on this. I'll work on getting a grid wall made. So first I it came with one of these too, and I just thought that was really cute. Like, it's just this extra little hanger thing, and I just thought that was really neat. So I'll probably use this at the show. That'll fit on this, but I can just use like bits of yarn to tie things to it, I think.
Hey, Mommy.
I think it'll work.
It's okay if it isn't organized.
It's okay.
Yeah, sometimes it can be touched together.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, that's loud. Ooh. It is hard. Mom, this is really hard.
Okay, let's see. Well,
Mommy.
that I think is pretty much all the prep I can do inside the house. I still have to go out to the barn and move those rabbits into the travel cages for tomorrow. And what else do I have to do? Tomorrow I need to actually load everything up. So that'll be when I actually put my tables and my chair and my tent and this bin and the grid wall and all the other things in the back of the van, so that it'll be ready for Saturday morning, because I work second shift, so I'll be at work from 3 o'clock until 11:30 tomorrow night. I only work a few miles from my house, so I won't get home too awfully late. Hopefully I'll get in bed by about 12 so that I can get up at 6:30 and have a little bit of coffee, pack myself a lunch or a snack of some kind, and head out to the market. I'll only be at the market for 4 hours this time, because I also work on Saturday, so I'll need to be able to come home and unload and decompress and take a shower before I go to work Saturday night. And then after that I will probably collapse on Sunday because I will be so tired.
Mommy,
But
I'm almost.
I really hope this one does well. It's been really small at first. Like the first few times I went to this one, it was very tiny. There were only about maybe 4 or 5 of us actually there selling things. A very, very small market.
Why are these?
And it stayed that way for a couple of months in a row. And then leading up to Christmas, I think starting in October is when I actually started this. Myself and Mr. Anderson, who is the farmer that kind of hosts and organizes the whole thing out of his farm, got together and we created a Facebook group specifically for the market, and I also created an event page for Christmas. So like we made a big push for Christmas and shared it to a bunch of vendor groups on Facebook and just really promoted it and shared it all over the place and had friends and family sharing it, and we did a really good job promoting it. And we got a better sign too. That was another big thing. We got a big vinyl sign and put it up for several weeks prior to the market. So for the Christmas market, we actually had like 40 vendors, I want to say, which was, you know, more than quadruple what we'd ever had before. And we had a lot of people, a lot of foot traffic coming through. I still didn't make like a ton of money. I think I made $100 or something. It wasn't huge, but it was decent. And then since that market, we've been consistently having a decent amount of vendors, which is nice because it's on like a main road in this small town. So like when you see rows of tents set up somewhere, you kind of want to go see what's going on. So it's brought in a lot more foot traffic.
Mommy, look.
And I know he posted in the group a couple days ago that he's already had, I think 50 vendors contact him about the show this coming Saturday. Maybe not all of them will show up. They may just have been getting information, and you know, sometimes if there's other shows elsewhere, they compete with ours a little bit. But it sounds like we should have a pretty good turnout of vendors, and usually the better turnout of vendors we have, the better amount of foot traffic we have.
Mommy,
So
how does my
I have high hopes. And since I have your super sale looks amazing. I love it. I think you're gonna sell a bunch. So, and this time with the crochet items, I'm really hoping to do well, because you know previously I had, you know, the soaps and the freshies, and I had like home decor items. So it's stuff that was very, how do you want to say, like you had to really like that style for it to be something you're like, oh yes, I must have this. But I feel like with these little crochet dolls, like these are really easy gifts for people to give. Valentine's Day is coming up and everybody wants to give gifts, right? And or especially people with kids, these will make great little happies. So I'm really hoping they'll do well. So that is it so far for my market prep. I may add a clip or two of me going out to the barn, but I mean, this is mostly a crochet centric video, so I don't know if I'll include the barn stuff or if that'll just be on my farm videos. We'll see what I do. I don't even know. So thank you for watching. I'll try and film a little bit at the market itself and show y'all what it looks like, and then afterward how we do. So bye for now, and I'll put the outro after I've added the, you know, market stuff from Saturday. Please also subscribe if you want to see more. If you want to see notifications of when I do future markets and some of the bigger markets I'm going to do, or if you want to see some crochet alongs. Well, I've been planning out in my head a few patterns of things that I want to work out. So once I work them out, I'll probably post a video of me actually making the end project. So if you want to see that, you know, subscribe. If you like these market videos and you want to see more market videos, just hit the like button. The more of those I see, the more I know that this is the kind of stuff you want to watch. So bye for now. Okay, so it's market day, 7 a.m. on Saturday. I'm very tired. I did get the van all loaded. You hear doors. Oh, sorry, my finger is right in the camera. Okay. So there's bunnies, tables, goods in the bucket, more stuff, tent and chairs, and we're getting ready to go. Okay, so I was gonna film when I first got here and got everything all set up, but I kind of got distracted because we found a puppy, and he's going to come home with us. But I will flip the camera around real quick and try to show you market. So this is like the back of my stand. You can't see a whole lot. So this is kind of what you can see from my booth. And I'm gonna hand the phone over to my oldest, and she's gonna come around the front so y'all can see what the front of the stand looks like. Don't worry about people talking or whatever, because I'll just cut the music.
Got it.
So, I'm back. This is the post market video. The market was actually yesterday. Today's Sunday. I wound up having to go straight from the market to work, and then I didn't get home till almost midnight, and we had church and all kinds of stuff today, so it's been a busy day. So as far as the market went, not great. I sold 1 bar of soap, 1 car freshie, each of those were $8, and 1 very sweet little girl who I think was like the 6-year-old maybe daughter of a vendor right next to me came over several times looking at everything, and she wound up pulling out, she had like this backpack this big that was like her little purse, and she must have had like some allowance in there somewhere, but she wound up pulling out like a couple of dollar bills and enough quarters to buy one of my little bumblebee keychains and a couple of the little Valentine candy things that I had out there. Super sweet. So that was all that I sold at the market. But like I said before, this market doesn't charge any fees to set up. So, and it's 5 minutes down the road, so it doesn't cost me anything in gas. So the only thing I lose out if I don't make a lot of money here is my time. And it's not like the product is going to go to waste because I have other markets lined up, and I'm just going to wind up going to those. So I do have some more markets, like I said, lined up. I've got one next month that is done by the local sports booster club, and it's one that they do every year. So it's one that people already kind of know about and look forward to, and they get a lot of foot traffic to that one. I think the booth fee on that one is $40, so not too bad. I did their Christmas market last year and did really well. So, and that was their first time doing a Christmas market. So this one being a more established one, I feel like is going to go a lot better. And then I have another one the month after that at a one of those old-timey villages where like they set up displays where you can watch people, I don't know, like card wool and mill grain, and they're like in costume, like a Renaissance thing, but it's not Renaissance era. It's much more recent than that. But they are having a huge spring craft market, and it's going to be specifically craft vendors, and it's none of like Scentsy or Pampered Chef or any of that kind of stuff. It's all handmade stuff, 100%. So that one I think is going to be really good. I've actually got a buddy going to be going with me to that one, and we'll be splitting the booth space and splitting the booth fee, which is $75, so it's a little higher. So I'm really looking forward to that one. So to wrap up, not the greatest of farmers markets as far as sales wise, but if you saw my little video earlier, or maybe I put in a picture, I'm not sure, I did come home with a puppy, so not a complete loss. And I'm gonna go start work on some more projects. I just bought the pattern for the Blythe unicorn, which is super cute, and I'm really looking forward to making it. So I think I may make one of those while I watch a little YouTube and just kind of wind down for the evening. So one market is over and time to keep prepping for the next one. If you like this kind of video, hit me a like button, subscribe if you want to see some more stuff. My channel's brand new. I don't have much up yet, but I'm going to keep posting. I'm hoping to grow things, hoping to grow my business. So, and anything y'all can do to help out with that is greatly appreciated. I will have links in the description for any kind of products you may see me use in any of my videos, like this one I showed you, my little grid wall thing that I made for my market. So I'll have links to that in the description if you want to try to get any of that kind of stuff for yourself. And that is all for me. So I want to say bye and see you next time.